With the COVID-19 pandemic in full swing, you'll want to wear a surgical mask when you're exposed to people. But if you're wearing glasses, you might find that sometimes the mask causes them to fog up. So what can you do about that? Stick around and I'll give you a very simple solution. Hi, I'm Robert Berrio. You'll find that under some circumstances, your glasses will fog up because of the mask. That happens when the humidity is high and there is little or no air circulation. Today is April 11th, 2020, and I was at the hardware store this morning. Since I don't want to come down with the virus, I was wearing a surgical mask, of course. And as I was rummaging through the bins of nuts and bolts for my next project, my glasses became fogged up. That reminded me of the days when I was doing research in embryo biotechnology. I was working for hours at a time at a microscope or assisting in surgical procedures. Since I needed to protect my subjects from contamination, I wore a surgical mask, and I had to devise a way of keeping my glasses from fogging up. That's when I developed my anti-fog barrier. Why do glasses fog up in the first place? First, consider that the mask in front of your face is a barrier to prevent virus-laden droplets breathed out by an infected person from entering into your lungs. The paper the mask is made of creates a resistance to the flow of air. So some of the air that you expel from your mouth escapes around the edges of the mask. The warm air that you breathe out is saturated with humidity. The air that escapes at the top edge of the mask condenses on your lenses because they are cooler than your warm breath. So my trick is to install a barrier to prevent the air from escaping at the top edge of the mask. I'll show you the very simple trick that I learned when I was working in research. Now I'll show you how to install the barrier. To do this, all you need is two pieces of equipment. Very simple, a piece of tissue and a roll of masking tape, either the green or the white, 1 inch wide or 2.5 centimeters wide. Start by tearing off a piece about 3, maybe a little more than 3 inches long. And you can either cut it with a pair of scissors if you want it to be neater. And now we'll turn the camera down towards the mask so you can see what I'm doing. Now we're going to apply it on the outside of the mask. The outside of a surgical mask has the darker color. This is blue and it's white on the inside. So you put it on the outside of the mask, on the top side. The top side of the mask is the one that has the metal band, which you can feel. So apply the piece of tape along the top edge. Have it overlap the edge a little bit so that it overlaps like this. So this part here will adhere to your nose ridge. So turn the mask the other way. And now we're going to apply it. Take my glasses off. I'll just make sure that the skin is dry and free of oil and moisture. And apply the tape and the metal band over the top of your nose. And press it down. And we'll tie it here. Pull it down over the chin, and there you are. And this is good for many hours. Now, if you have sensitive skin, it might be a good idea to do a test, maybe for 10 or 15 minutes, to make sure that you don't develop a rash. Before closing, I want to add a caveat. Everything in this world is not perfect, and this method belongs to the imperfect world we live in. There will be slight fogging if you're using the barrier method in very humid surroundings or if you're breathing hard. Otherwise, it should be an improvement over wearing the mask without the barrier. I hope you will find these instructions useful. And until the COVID-19 crisis is over, don't forget to respect your social distancing. If you'd like to see my videos about electric bicycles and bicycle campers, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.